Okay, part 2 of story time about my induction and how much I loved the process. So they have the epidural in at 1:30, and I maybe feel like 2 more contractions that are hard, and then nothing, and it's glorious, and I can't feel anything. Just when contractions come on, you kind of feel like this pressure, but it's nothing compared to what it was before. You can do it natural, kudos to you. I am not the one. So I'm dilated to a 5 at this point. They come in at 3 o'clock, so an hour later, and they check me again, and I'm at a 10, fully effaced, ready to push. And I looked at the nurse, and I thought she was joking, which I don't know why I thought she was joking, but here we are thinking she's joking, and we're getting ready to push. So she asked me if I had taken any classes. No, I just thought like, oh, you just push. Like, I didn't know to take classes. She's like, no big deal. Let's do a practice push. So when you push through a contraction, and we push for 3 10-second counts. Well, she said, okay, I need you to stop pushing. And at this time, my husband was like, is that her head? Because he's like helping hold my legs. He's like, is that her head? And I'm like, no way. And so she goes, yeah, we need to call Dr. May right now. So everyone starts rushing into my room. They're getting everything ready. The doctor's on his way to the hospital, and he gets up there, and he is gowning up, and I make a joke. You know, I'm on the epidural at this point, feeling super good. I make a joke about induction, and he says something back to me that makes me laugh. And the nurse is like, she like holds her hand out, and she's like, oh, honey, don't laugh. So the doctor comes over. I push one more time, and he's like, you don't even have to push. She's coming out. So the doctor ended up being in my room for less than 4 minutes. So our moms were, of course, outside in the hallway, listening on the door. And they said from the time he walked in and walked out, it was 4 minutes, which is wild. So all this to say, I know everybody's body is different, but I was so nervous about childbirth in general. And then you throw in inducing, which you only ever hear the horror about inducing. And so I'm here to tell you, if you're nervous, it's so normal to be. And when you hear her breath or his breath for the first time, all of your fears and your worries and the hurt that went into that day is totally stripped away, and you're just in this blissful moment with your baby. So they really do say that you forget, and it's so worth it. It's not that like you forget, but it's just so worth it to have them here with you. My little one is 4 weeks old now, and it's just the most magical thing you can ever experience. So if you guys have any questions about anything of my story, I will love to answer them for you. Just hit your girl up.